And welcome to another video. Yes, this video is more presentable than the last. And by that I mean I have a background up and I actually have some presentable clothing on. Not that the Ghostbusters outfit wasn't actually presentable. Of course it was presentable. It's fucking amazing. And yes, this will have possibly absurd language. So this might not be presentable for the youth. Then again, the youth swear quite a lot these days, don't they? Anyway, I digress. I thought I'd show you some things that came in the post recently, which were quite nice. And if you're a movie buff like me, or if you just like, I don't know, old movie kind of things, or collectible things that you can wear, kind of like myself, then I thought, you know what? Since I have a few things like that, and these just arrived, I might share them with you. So without further ado, let's begin this. As chaos, I would say. But I digress. First off, I want to note, yes, I undone the buttonholes on this, but you wouldn't have noticed that. I just thought I'd let you know. To fast this up, speed this up. And yes, this will be 100% unedited because you're not going to get all this in another video, are you? It's all going to be in a video like this because that's what makes me unique. I'm totally unedited because that's what makes me me. Anyway, let's get into the tie reviews. That's right. These are ties, people. Collectible movie ties. Let's get into tie number 1. Out of 3. The Iskenderun Tie. This tie, if you've not noticed it already, was worn by Solemn in The Last Crusade, the 3rd Indiana Jones film. And I have to say, it's, as in description, by Magnolia Ties, which are quite expensive. It's rather nice, and I don't know if you can see, and I'll take out the packaging for a sec, and this is how it came. It came in a courier bag, and oh, it's got a nice nylon kind of texture to it. By the way, Magnolia Ties are known for both their price, but also their detail. This feels like a really nice sort of textured tie. I hope you can see. Can you see that you can see that, can't you? I can see the texture being picked up. There we go. And it's also on the back as well. The texture. Look at that. Now these are handcrafted ties, or so they say, and they all come from Sweden usually. They'll say on the back here, Magnolia Ties. Of course, for you it's reversed, but for me it's not. Of course, 2005 estimated. But these are excellent. I've got a load of Doctor Who ones, and if you want me to show you them, please post down below, and I will definitely show you all the Doctor Who ones I've got. In fact, I've got a Doctor Who one right here that I got recently because they're always out of stock of it, but they've recently got it back in, and I was just like, I'm having that. I need it in my life. Please, give me a tie from the saddest moment in Doctor Who history. And I have another one that's from the saddest Doctor Who history moment in my bedroom, along with many other things. But I digress. So, let's see it on. Oh, this is a tutorial also on how to put a tie on as well. So we put that like, oh, you got a little version of the tie here as well. Little mini version. So this. But what was your favourite Indiana Jones film? I mean, mine was The Last Crusade. But a lot of people like obviously The Raiders of the Lost Ark. But mine was Last Crusade because you can't beat Sean Connery being Indiana Jones' father. I mean, nothing can compare to that. But I digress. It was fun actually seeing this on Magnolia Ties because they said, nothing can beat this as a work office piece. Now imagine going to work and wearing this as a tie. It'd just be great to have that one co-worker being like, oh, I know what that's from. So yeah, let's just see this on. And let's just move that shirt out of the way for a sec. As you can see, it's not half bad. Like, this is like from a native land, and you know, it kind of feels retro in itself. But I would have to say, as someone that doesn't really wear ties like this, I kind of like it. I'm going to bring my light up towards it. So you're going to get more of a... Just get that out of the way there. There we go. It's not half bad, is it? And even so, if you like expensive collectibles, it's a nice tie in itself, even to have as a collectible, if you like to literally get everything. And I hope to one day be able to get Indy's father's diary that has all the grave information in it. Look all the, like, I mean, just look all the detail in the actual spiral there. You can't go into a tie shop and get something like this, you know, just floating around, you know. Like, you might be able to get something similar, but, like, it's just great seeing all, like, you know, the floating, you know, like, floral design in the actual, like, red here. Like, I've got a David Tennant tie in my room, and it kind of has the same motif going on. It's like a fiery red, and it all, like, you know, swooshes together like grass. But seeing it, like, you know, with your own eyes, it's just, it really is the proper sort of, like, the proper view. But yeah, it really is fantastic. And I actually might wear this out. I was thinking to myself when I saw it and bought it, and I was like, it's just a collectible tie, but wearing it, it's I could see myself wearing this out. You know, it really is, you know, it's not bad, is it? Let's just raise this up a sec. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. Like, it's a really cool one. It's different. That's what it is. It's a different tie. And I think the tie actually has a meaning behind it. The name, Iskenderun. I believe it has a meaning behind it. I should have really looked it up before I started this video. I apologise for that. But you can probably look it up yourselves. I might actually put the meaning of it in the description below. But yeah, you know, the kind of like grassy wave has like a deeper colour in this than the actual tie itself. As you can see up here, like that's the waves, and here's like actual like normal colour tie. It's like lighter. So yeah, and obviously you got the, you know, the back here and whatnot, and so, but overall, I'd say it's great. You know, it feels kind of silky now, but when I got the bag, it felt a bit different. And that was because I was dealing with one of the David Tennant ties earlier on. But yeah, overall, I'd say this is a fantastic tie. Definitely worth $54. $54. Magnolia isn't cheap, but they make ties that are, you can't get anywhere. This is the thing. You want something that you know, you can't get anywhere else. Apologies for the creaky floorboard. You know, you gotta go that extra mile. You know, like collectibles. You know, I could show you my collectible cabinet right here if I wanted to, but then I'd have to show everything else and yada yada yada. So, but I digress. Anyway, time for tie number 2. Let's just tilt this again. Give us that sitting down, because everyone likes me sitting down. I'm the best lard ass there is. That's what I should have called myself, Lord Lard Ass. Ah, it's even better. I should have started off like that, oh my god. So let's take this off. And I could even do this. Marvellous. Awesome. Okay. Tie number 2 this So you know what's going on about Doctor Who, and it was rare. I think it only fits that I should go on about the Doctor Who tie I was able to get. This was from the Doomsday episode of Doctor Who, which starred David Tennant and Billie Piper, who was doing that trafficking girl show around about the same sort of time. Diary of a Call Girl, I think it was called. Yeah. Oh man, I cried for ages after that two-parter. Doomsday, and it was no, what was it? It was the Army of Ghosts and then Doomsday. And this is the tie from Doomsday, as we can see here, right here. And this is again how it came in packaging. And this one on the back, if I take it out, they all came like this, so I don't think I'm going to show the next tie. I almost said what it was going to be, yeah, those do that and like that. Then they all have their individual feels. They're all silky, and this one was also helped with a company called Time and Space Replicas in association with Magnolia Ties, as you can see right here. So if you want to go and check them out, then you can of course do so, but you might have to borrow some cash or take a loan out. But yeah, first off the bat, you got the indents and the ridges that come up out of the tie. I don't know if you can see these or if they're present, but the the rectangles slightly come up, and the tie definitely, you can feel the ridges. The ties are very dark brown, like a very dark brown, almost like a maple. The navy kind of like colours and indents and whatnot are, present. They're very screen accurate. You've even got like, the light blue inside. So let's put this on. This kind of feels heavier than the last tie that I put on. This feels heavier than Solom's tie, which was red on the inside, by the way. If you're just interested, because some people like to see the inside of the tie right here, because sometimes it might have like a floral design, more kind of like fancier gentlemen's ties do sometimes. Like when you get like a suit and it'll have like floral designs inside, like the jacket or whatnot. Sometimes a tie will have like birds or flowers inside. So, but it's just red inside, and you don't see it have anything inside in the movie. Same with this, you don't really see anything much of it in the show because David Tennant was always running around. So, but it's nice they gave it like a feature where it's blue and kind of like checkered, because I think they did show these ties quite a lot. But yeah, there's a bit of fraying going on here. Like I said, they are handcrafted. As you can see, right, I don't suppose you can see right here, a bit of fraying. But I can just easily just get my razor and cut that off. But these are all handcrafted, so it's literally you can't buy these ties off a coat rack. They are put together by someone. I'm not exactly sure who puts them together, but I just know that there's someone out there that was genius to think, oh, I know it's gonna be a great idea. Why don't we put together some TV and movie ties so that when nerds, want to go out, they're going to spend God knows how much on a tie or something like this. And they're like, yeah, that sounds great. People like myself then are just going out and spending countless on ties and stuff. So, but yeah, let's spin this around and see what it's like on me. So, the same thing. Yes, that's that's a bedroom right there, so let's just close that. Look at Spider-Man. He's a menace. Absolute fraudster. But I digress. This is a tie review, not a Spider-Man review. It's all going to cock now, isn't it? Right. So, as you can see, like when you turn it as well, because the silk and the indents kind of reflects, so it changes. It's a very office kind of like tie, really. There we go. I get too close to the camera sometimes as I'm like, you know, here's the tie, and it's like, nah, here's the bleed tie right here. But yeah, this is very, it feels more weighty than, like I said, the last tie right here. I think it was a little bit more expensive, this one, however, because I think this one's more sought after. But I think it's a bit more weighty, a bit more thick, because it's made out of a different material. Because I think, again, it's, you know, in partnership with Time and Space, who, you know, I mean, you know, David Tennant was such a big, you know, tie wearer with business ties. And if you've ever held a business tie or worn a business tie, they're a bit more chunkier because they need to go through a bit more wear and tear. So when you're wearing this, you know, it's gonna, God, look awful. But yeah, you could have it. I mean, this is just me tying it up very loosely to try and show it off a bit more. But I mean, you could tie it better than me. But yeah, overall, I'm definitely gonna wear this out. You know, absolutely. You know, same with the solemn tie right here. You know, I'm definitely going to wear that out. Different occasions, different ties. You know, you'll definitely have a person set their fingers, go up to you. And if they don't do that, then they'll just definitely be like, I know where that tie's from, you know. Or they'll ask about it, so, you know, and you'll know where it's from. You know, look at this, to me, means a lot. So, and I like to tell people where I got them from, and then I remind them, you know, oh, by the way, you need to look after your wallet when you go after these people. They sell, you know, suits, they sell shirts, I think, like jackets, some accessories. They sell the War Doctor scarf, which I also have. That was my first purchase from them, I think, which, excellent quality. But yeah. This is quite the piece, I'd say. So yeah, I mean, I think I even have David Tennant wearing it. Hold on a second, I'm just going to open this up. I told you I had a cabinet right here full of models. That was him coming up with Stanley and breaking. Right, here's a model of David Tennant. He's supposed to be wearing, I don't know what tie he's supposed to be wearing. He's supposed to be, I think, wearing this tie. I'm not sure. Might be a different tie. My bad. But that's proof that I have a model cabinet right here. I do have it. If you want to see the rest of it, right, comment below. It's actually quite cool. Some stories or whatever inside of it. But I digress. I'm getting sidetracked. You're sidetracking yourself. Last tie then. Okay? So we got 10th Doctor's Doomsday Tie. We have the Iskenderun Tie from The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones, which was worn by Solomon, who was, I can't remember the actor's name, but he was a English comedian. No, he lived in England. He might have been raised in England as well, but he was a comedian at the time. I can't remember his name now, but I loved his character in The Last Crusade. Last Crusade was just a fantastic film altogether. Let's just put this over there like that. Nice. Oh yeah. I'm so professional right now, you can't even tell what's what. You don't even know what's what. And finally, the last tie that we've been waiting for, I know it's been so long, they need to wait for it. Kind of a joke, really. Yeah. That's kind of a gag as to what tie is in a sense. Bad gag. Dad joke. But nevertheless, I'm going to get to it. Ta-da! Yep. If you've not recognised this tie already, then this is from Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. And this tie wasn't worn by Heath Ledger. I wish it was. It'd be worth a lot more. But this is inspired and replicated, just like these two other ties, by Heath Ledger's Joker's tie that you see on screen in the Dark Knight film, which I absolutely loved, by the way. I think that's probably one of the best Batman films to come out from DC, besides from Batman Returns, which starred Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Keaton, De Niro, and Danny DeVito, and Christopher Walken. Bruce Wayne, why are you dressed like Batman? But yeah, let's have a closer look at this. If the DC franchise has one problem though, right? One problem, major problem, I'd say, is that they keep rebooting only two characters, and that's Batman and Joker. They have a plethora of characters, just like Marvel, believe it or not, but they're the only two characters that get rebooted all the time. Now it's Superman as well, but still, those are the two people that are only in the spotlight. Now imagine if Marvel kept rebooting Iron Man and kept rebooting, say, another character over and over again. You see what I'm saying? It'd be a problem. Just do different characters, and they are finally, but you see, it just becomes this issue where it's just like, oh, we're making another Batman film. Same character, same actor, character? Nah, different. So, it gets confused. Pardon me. Man. I'm so glamorous. Yeah. So, this feels more akin to David Tennant's tie. Feels more like, workmanship, sort of like, like you're going to go to, work in it, like office type sort of craftsmanship. This was done by Magnolia Clothiers. There's no, time and space, co-production in this at all. It's just Magnolia Clothiers. The pan on this is very, it's very retro. You know what? I'm seeing it up close. I'm an even bigger fan than I was seeing it on the site, because on the site, I don't think the pictures do it justice. Because it kind of does a trick in your eyes, this whole like jagged line edge. It's very yeah. I can imagine wearing this with a purple shirt, like, not like dark purple, but like a, just like a, even like a, puce kind of coloured shirt. It's like got like, tiny dots on it that kind of like make it, just that kind of right colour in a sense. If you get where I'm coming from, just to make this stand out a little bit and make it look like as if you were dressing up nice, but it makes people think of the Joker, So as if you were to go to a formal event or to a wedding, people wouldn't be like, oh, he's cosplaying. It'd be like, no, he's just dressed up nice, but people would think of the Joker, for example. I have some shirts in my room that are kind of like that, and I was thinking, should I wear them? But I was like, no, I can't edit, so I just don't want to, strip for you guys. You don't want that. I'd stain your eyes. I'd stain your retinas. You don't want that here. Besides, I ain't going to do that here. No, that's after hours. Shouldn't have said that. Anyway, back to the tie review. Man, I need to stop getting sidetracked. it's kind of also when you like put it on a side. I don't know if you can see when you put it on a side tilt. It kind of has like a like it kind of goes in like blue, like navy on a side tilt. I really want to see if you can like see what I'm seeing. Oh, there it is. Can you see it? Like right up here. Kind of going on that blue tint. It's gone now, but it's there now, kind of. Um, it's on the blue. It's on the black parts that it kind of like goes like a navy color. But yeah, it feel you can feel the ridges in it slightly. I mean, let's just put it on, shall we? Let's just put it on. Let's just see what it's like on. I've talked about it enough. Let's just put it on. So what's your favourite Joker? You know. Oh, I didn't ask. What was your favourite Doctor? Mine's 10, then 4. So it was David Tennant, then Tom Baker. It's a battle between those two for me. Favorite Joker for me, probably either. I haven't seen the latest Joker movie yet, with Joaquin Phoenix, but I've heard mostly good things. But it would either have to be Mark Hamill or Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson. He was a live action Mark Hamill for me. So, yeah, there's 3 up there for me fighting it out. So, but yeah, Cameron Monaghan did a good job, but he kind of got screwed over in the Gotham series, in my opinion. They just couldn't decide what to do with him, in my opinion. If they stuck with one thing, that would have been alright. But let's show this. I've tied my tie. Now let's show it. Ooh. There we go. Oh, blimey. You know, see we're tying up my face. There we go. There we are. That's it. So, that's not too bad, that. I say that about all of them. The length is nice when you tie it properly. I mean, the other ties will probably have the same kind of, you know, feel, in my opinion, if I did them right. But I kind of like did the knot a bit loose with those ties. So that's my bad. Let's just kind of like do this. So then you can see them, and then like, you can see this if I move. So. But no, this tie, it's very, how should you say? It just works, I think. Because David Tennant's is quite dark. It's quite dark, right? Because I mean, look at the contrast. If I was to put them together, can you see the contrast right there? You know, this is brown, and this is like dark, very dark brown. So you need a very bright shirt to bring it out. That's why you always walk out like blue colours. And Solemn's tie is kind of like, you know, a very, you know, bright colour because, you know, in the Last Crusade, you know, they're in the desert, and then they were in like they're in like Italy and all these kind of, you know, very nice places. So it really works when you're in a nice place. If I was to ever go back to Tunisia again, which I'd recommend, I don't know whether they're about now because there was some issues, or they did have some issues at one point, but I digress. I'd definitely wear it somewhere nice, because this is a holiday tie. I don't think this is a holiday tie. This is a holiday tie. You got different occasions. This tie is like, this falls into this category, I believe, where it's like a workman's tie, but then people will notice it. But I don't know. I like it though. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that this one's got a bit of a clipping. But that's the risk you run when you get ties that are, you know, handcrafted and handmade, because you know, you can't get these in an ordinary shop. Let's just put that down for a second, then you can see my tie there. You can't get these in an ordinary store, and you can't, you know, make them really yourself unless you know how to, like, do fabrics. I mean, look at the detail on this. And this is like really screen accurate right now. Let's go there. You've even got like a bit of navy. It looks navy on there, but it's, I just looked at it and it's black. It's black with like diamond shapes. No, they look diamond, but they were square. I'm getting it wrong. Damn it. But yeah, it's a very well made replica, because you can even get like models, for example, that are badly made. So yeah, these ties are like wearable models, in my opinion. So if I'm going to put you, let's put you there like that. Perfect. So here, unprofessional 3000. Oh my god! Imagine if they made a tie that just had like a load of Avengers logo, like logos. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Like you have like Iron Man's chest piece up here, then you have the Mjolnir, then you have Black Widow's logo, then you have Hawkeye, like the original like Avengers logos going down it. That'd be a sick design. Marvel, get on that, and I want some trademarks. But no, seriously, like, which one would you pick out of all these three if you could only have one? Would you go for the Iskenderun Tie, Solemns? Would you go for 2, the Doomsday Tie, the David Tennants, the Doctors? Or would you go for 3, the Joker's Tie from The Dark Knight? I want to hear your response in the comments below. And yeah, I hope that you're all having a fantastic day. I hope that this unprofessional review of the ties from Magnolia Clothiers was okay. And yeah, take care of yourselves, and love you 3000.